And hello, everybody. So this is Maliciously Hopeless. I am wonderfully hopeless, and we have drinking.
Hi, everyone. It's Miss Mel. You can hear it in my voice still. I have been very ill. I'm going to try to get through this as the best that we can without hacking a lung up all over the camera.
Yeah, we're both not feeling great today, but we've, gone past the 2-week marker, and we're inching towards the month marker, and we really are trying for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we're recovered enough. We're going to give it a go.
We're going to give this a go. So here we are at episode 3. It is September 8th, 2016. So what has life been like for you?
A crazy nightmare. So I've been officially back in school since the 22nd of August and have been doing school things since the 15th. And with this being the semester before student teaching, I'm insanely busy.
I know, it feels like I haven't seen you in forever.
Well, that whole, not getting out of class on Wednesdays until 8:30 at night.
Yeah, that's kind of put a damper on things.
And they're already starting to talk about doing after-school events at the high school.
Does that mean you have to be there for those?
Some of them I will probably have to be there for, and they've already put on the schedule for the end of October an event on Monday where it's going to be at 8 o'clock at night, so it's from 5 to 8. That is mandatory. I have to go to. Thankfully, that's here in town, so it's not quite as bad, but yeah, it's starting to, oh, hey, you don't need free time or downtime or family time.
Social life? Ha ha ha, what's that?
Yeah, don't need that. So how about you?
Okay, so as I said last time, work was stupid busy this summer. Supervisor's back now to her full schedule, so that's kind of nice. We've just been dealing with being down people and short staff now. But apparently they've hired somebody. I've been off this entire week, so I don't know if he's started yet, but it's like he has a full-time job already, so it's more like this is truly a second part-time job for him. So we'll see how that goes. I've been running around like a mad woman because my oldest during the summer does visitations with bio dad. So he had 2 weeks in August here, this just past August. I keep forgetting it's September and I just said the month. Where he was down there for 2 weeks to do his swimming lessons. Or was that June? One of these months he was down there. I think it was August. He was down there for 2 weeks. He did swimming lessons. And they pulled 2 teeth on the top on either side for to create spaces because he got braces. That's where this whole thing is leading. My oldest got braces, so we've been running around like mad people, crazy mad people, to get like pre-dental work done. So get a cleaning in, get fillings done, get the teeth pulled, get the spacers in, and then not that long ago, I think it's now 2 weeks or so, he's had the braces.
A week. It's only been a week and a half.
It's only been a week and a half. Oh, that's right. God, I've been so sick. So yeah, week and a half he's had the braces. We've had a couple instances of elastics coming loose, which read online, no big deal if elastics come loose because it's on that list of things that they might possibly swallow and they'll cause no harm if they do, but still it's like the orthodontist is 2 hours away from us. I'm not making a 2-hour drive just for them to put an elastic back on. I figured it out. So we've been dealing with him getting used to that and the brushing and making sure everyone at school that they have like a brushing kit at school and all this. It's just, oh.
Yes, because they started school this week.
Yes, they did. They started on Tuesday. So today is day number 3 of them being back to school. They're doing fine. The oldest has his worker from last year, his staff person, because he's what's called a 1-to-1 in his program. So that means he's got a staff person with him at all times. He doesn't do any of his academics in the classroom because it's too much for him. So he has one person that walks him through it all. And the only time he's in the classroom, even in this level 4 special ed setting, the only time he's with a group is when they got to do social group activities, which has been a godsend that we've gotten that done. So that was that's my oldest. I like to call him Junebug because he was born in June.
I'm sure he loves that nickname.
Oh, he does. My kids love their nicknames.
So he
as long as I don't call the little one, as long as I don't go, come here, baby.
That get the death stare, does it?
It gets the I am not a baby, and I'm like, okay, kiddo, we need to get something straight here. You are my last baby. You are my baby.
Just suck it up. You're actually a baby. Just deal.
Just deal with it. I am going to be 36 years old, and I am still referred to as my mom's baby. Hey, my uncle, when I was having a problem with this, my uncle, who was 50 years old and the youngest of his family, pulled me inside and goes, I am 50. He goes, and your grandmother still calls me her baby. Get over it.
I'm the oldest in my family, and my mother still acts like I'm a child some days. So, yeah, it's just one of those things you gotta learn to deal with.
Yep. So the youngest he's in 4th grade this year. He is born in February, so I call him Love Bug. So I have the bugs. He's in 4th grade this year. He starts orchestra in 2 weeks. So they're getting through the whole first, couple of weeks of school, getting them through that first week of school where they're relearning classroom norms and rules and getting back into their rotating specialist days. So like day 1 is gym, day 2 is art, day 3 I think is media, so they know what's going on. And then the second week they get really back into the academics, because that first week no kid is going to want to sit and learn in grade school.
I don't want to sit and learn in any grade.
It don't happen that first week. And this year his teacher, she's not new to our district, but she's new to our grade school. So not only is the kids learning about her, she's learning about the kids, and she's learning about the school and the parents and how involved the parents are. And I think she'll be very happy to realize just how involved the parents are in this school.
Oh yeah, teachers love involved parents.
Yep, that's what
happened. Helicopter parents, but you gotta love a parent who is there.
That's involved.
Oh yeah.
That was the one thing when we when Junebug transitioned to the middle school program, from the grade school program to the middle school program, and we had the transition team meeting. There's me and Steve sitting there next to the person from the elementary school program, and me and her are sitting there, and we're kind of starting to cry because it's like these people have been a part of our life for years at this elementary school. Like they helped us through that crisis of the episode that put him in this program, and they've been there through us with everything. And so we were wrapping up the meeting, and they were like, is there anything else you want to know? You'd like us to know? And she went, I just want you guys to know the amazing gift you are getting with these parents. They are so involved. They want to be there every step of the way. And it's like, okay. Oh, that final day at his program when we went to go spend the day at his school with him and with the staff, that was hard. There were tears everywhere. Well, they had one staff person, because with this district, they will sometimes shuffle staff year to year because they have to.
Yeah.
But there was one person at this school that had been there since he started with them. And then he was getting ready to leave, and she was like, she had her arm around me, and I'm like, and she goes, it's going to be okay, Mom. Remember that first thing I told you the first day that you guys stepped foot into this building? Trust us. And I was like, okay, because they were transitioning him early. They were transitioning him halfway through his 5th grade year. So here was this, kid going from elementary program where he was the oldest now to middle school program to where he was the youngest halfway through his 5th grade year, and I was a wreck. But we got through it.
That's the important thing.
But so we've been dealing with also just random things coming up that it's like, oh my God, I can't wait for these first 2 weeks of school to be done, because then enough of the, oh yeah, by the way, we need this. Oh yeah, by the way, they need this. Oh yeah, by the way, we have a $19 field trip coming up this month.
Yeah,
They're going to the River Rendezvous. So anyone here in Minnesota who lives in the Twin Cities metro area, my son with his classes, 4th grade, they're going to the River Rendezvous this month, which is kind of cool because it's a living history fair that demonstrates life in Minnesota between 1840 and 1870. So pretty cool.
we have that year round. All you have to do is drive down to New Salem. Which is somebody who grew up within 2 hours of New Salem. I went there every year for a very long time and saw,
Everything.
Log cabin in town of, I don't remember, but yeah. It's cool, but it gets old after a while.
I'm a little jealous of you because I remember last time I went to Chicago, which I liked going to Chicago. The trip I took was great, but it was with my first husband when he was graduating boot. He went to Navy, so that's where he went to boot, was in the Chicago area.
Yeah.
And there was this little village somewhere near that area that was like this little living history village, like that quaint little shops up everywhere. But it was like a historic village. So like a lot of the buildings were still there. And it's like, this is so cool. I'm so jealous of you all. And someone there in the store, she goes, well, why? I'm like, because you guys have preserved this. Do you know what we did to stuff like, what we do to stuff like this in Minnesota? If we don't get it like recognized by the state, it gets like, turned into a fucking parking lot. That's what I like about St. Paul versus Minneapolis. And I know, Minnesotans, I'm going to cause a bit of an issue here. I prefer St. Paul over Minneapolis, and not just because I've lived on the St. Paul side of the river my entire time up here. It's because of this. St. Paul has green space.
Yeah, that's nice.
Minneapolis, I am a southern Minnesota girl, and St. Paul was still a bit of a culture shock to me, but it was buffered with the fact that there was like green space. Like there was a good distance, a decent size distance between the houses. Not like some of those, except in St. Paul.
You like
in
the
the city proper, they're a little bit closer, but there's still green space. There's still yards. They might be a postage stamp, but you still get grass. On the Minneapolis side of the river, it's more like concrete and glass and steel, and it's like, oh, I can't. It's like, oh, look, there's a tree. Quick, pave it over and turn it into a parking spot. Here on St. Paul side of the river, like, look, there's a tree. Quick, turn it into a state park.
All right. So I know the answer we'll ask anyway. Do you have any finishes?
Not stitching related.
Yeah.
Nothing finished stitching related. It's like I said, with work and then getting sick. See, I have this week off of work, and I planned to take it off as a vacation. I was like, going to go to the yarn store and go over here and do this and take time to really just revel in the fact that the kids are back to school. No, I'm sick. I have to do it. I haven't left the house except to bring them to school.
Yep. I haven't gotten any finishes either. I have lovely schoolwork constantly. All right. So what have you got for whips for cross stitch?
One whip.
What have you been working on?
I've been working on April Cottage. So I got all the green up here done and the yellow. I still have to fill in another color, the flowers. And then I started on the green with the specialty fiber on the tree over here. So just let you all know what April Cottage will look like when done. It looks like that.
That's cute.
And yes, this will be a cube finish like my other 2 cottages, and then I will get back to working on all the cottages since now I own them all. And I can get that perpetual calendar done. But that's basically about all I have for whips. I've been sick to where it's like I couldn't even concentrate on stitching.
So I have a few, but largely because I just work on them here, there, or they're travel projects, and I've been rotating through travel projects. So on the top of the stack, I'm gonna lose the needle. It's, yeah, anyway. So I've been working on my caffeine one. So I just have to finish the word caffeine, and then
Nice.
do it in a flat fold finish. And yeah, the needle is tangled in the thread, so that's gonna be fun to sort when it's done. But it's one of those I can toss it in my bag
Yep.
and stitch on the go, which has been a key thing. The other one I've been tossing in my bag rotation wise is the Mill Hill Kit covered bridge.
Yep.
And I haven't gotten too terribly far in it, but I at least have, you know, part of the wall up now.
It's not just
Between classes.
anamorphous blobs.
Time.
Yeah.
I actually stitched because so many of my classes are 3 hours long and we get a 5-minute break. I actually have been stitching on breaks in class too. And
Nice.
then for the start of to the only stitching Christmas present I have is the Change the World for my so I want to get this finished and mailed to her, since, you know, she's not only graduated high school but graduated boot camp this year. Really want to get that done and that's going to be her Christmas present.
What's her specialty? What's she go into for
What?
special? What's her designation?
I have no clue. She's supposed to be intelligence, but, you know, I have no clue on that one. So, and then the last whip is the lighthouse. Trying to work on it more often, but the only thing I've gotten done is a little bit of, I finished the sky. So I officially have all the sky done.
That's a big chunk of color done though.
So I'm going to start doing the grass. So that's that. So those are my whips for stitching. So
any acquisitions or haul from stitching?
Yes. Let's see. So the Sugar Nana gave me a gift certificate for my birthday, and that has been decided to be her official title is Sugar Nana.
Yes, she is Sugar Nana.
So
or Sugar Netta or Nana, depending on.
Yeah, depending on, you know, we call her both. So with the gift certificate, I got needle minder.
Nice.
That represents friendship, conveniently. And then, and she helped me pick this one out. I'm going to be doing this for my grandmother and probably another copy for myself.
That one's nice. I like that one. Most nativities are too cartoony for me.
And then the Serenity Prayer. And I had a hard time picking out which one I liked, and this is the one I liked the best. Yeah, I don't like the cartoony nativity scenes. I mean, I like Precious Moments ones, but
that's Precious Moments.
Yeah. But this one I really like, and it's a Stony Creek, so you know it's going to be a complicated one, but I'm hoping to work on that next year after I graduate. And then I got the last of the series for the projects. So it's the flower shop. So now I have the Christmas cottage, the gazebo, and the much sought after flower house, which is really hard to find.
That flower shop is rare, man.
I gotta find another one for Corey.
Yeah, you better. Corey will fly down.
Yeah, I have a list of things I have to find for Corey. And then I got, last Friday, I got the gingerbread village piece. I got gingerbread train. And I got the specialty fibers to go with. Kind of, I had a great day with my students and was in a great mood, and I celebrated.
There you go.
My stash acquisitions.
Mine have been very sad. Oh wait, I didn't show the 1, 2, 3 here yet, have I? The rest of the cottages.
No, I think you did.
Okay.
I think, but you could show them again.
I'll show them again because I can't remember. So I got from 1, 2, 3 Stitch, because it's in my book in August that I got them, and I don't think we've done a.
Yeah, we did a podcast in August.
Okay. See, look at what sick does to my brain. It's like.
You have sick brain still.
Yeah. So there's July.
I love July. That's probably my favorite one.
There's August. And if you guys are seeing these again, deal. There's September.
That one's cute.
It is. There's October. There's November. And there's December. So I have all 12 months now.
Very cool.
And then I got in the mail a little while ago, a couple weeks ago, I think now, the October of just cross stitch. If you went and bought the Halloween edition, you will note that there were 6 pumpkin panels.
Yep.
In the Halloween edition, and then they made note that there were going to be 3 more in the October one. So I now have all 9 pumpkin panels.
Yeah, and I really like that one on the top.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's I like that one. I like them all. Even the more like folksy, really filled in like geometric designed ones are really cool too. So my plan is to do all 9, and I'm going to do them on, I think, a lamb's wool. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to gallery wrap them on stretcher bars, so treat them like a canvas. And then they can just hang like that, because then they'll just be up for Halloween or fall, because they're more like a fall like.
That could be up until after Thanksgiving. Oh, and we both have the digital issue of the Just Cross Stitch ornaments.
Yes, if you have a print and digital subscription to Just Cross Stitch, people, go over there. In your library should be listed the ornament issue for the Christmas.
I didn't think to pull it up, but I know.
And there are some really nice ornaments in there this year.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of those recipes, I've read through them, look really tasty. There's a couple I want to try. I can't remember the names off the top of my head, but it's like, ooh, I got to try those. Oh, talking about recipes, we did a dry run of Thanksgiving here a couple weeks ago now.
I heard about that. How'd it go?
It went really good. My mother-in-law really enjoyed everything. She told me the turkey can't get any better. Now, this was just a quick and dirty dry run. I didn't inject the turkey. We didn't do anything. All I did was use the Land O'Lakes garlic butter spread, because I didn't have any poultry seasoning in the house.
Yeah.
And just used that and rubbed it down, and then cooked it for an hour, and then after an hour shoved the cavity full of onions, because Steve had to go get onions. So
if you have the time, brine it.
We're not too, I think, because if Steve doesn't get a turkey through work, we're just going to buy a breast.
You
So
can brine it.
I'm probably going to inject.
should try it. It's really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much room in my house to do that stuff. Ask Corey, she's been here. It's not that big.
I stick it outside.
I don't trust the outside here.
You ain't
In
getting
this
in the
neighborhood.
bucket I use. I went to one of my local stores and I got a 5-gallon bucket of frosting, empty, cleaned out. It takes 2 people to get that lid off. There's nothing getting in that thing.
Well, it's your patio though is more kind of private,
Yeah.
right? Because mine's not off the back. Mine's off the side of the garage. It's like between the garage and the house, so it's not really private. And I don't have a lot of areas to where I can set. See, I don't even do sun tea here because I don't trust the neighbor kid next door to not come over and mess with it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, breast you could do in your refrigerator. It's easy enough.
Yeah. Once we get a house though, and I have like, a fence around my property,
Mhm.
big old electrified fence, stay out of my yard.
Just move out into the country. Tell the city boy to become a country boy.
That ain't happening. We've been together for 11 years. 10 years. We're going into our 11th year. Yeah, in March it will be 11 years. Ooh.
Nah.
It ain't happening.
I got my city boy thinking country. He wants to watch chickens. Yeah, I thought that never happened.
He wants chickens.
He wants chickens. This is my grandfather's doing. Before my grandfather died, he got a bunch of chickens. We're not exactly sure why. And he would sit on his sun porch and he would watch the chickens in the yard all day. And apparently my husband spent enough time sitting on the porch with my grandfather watching chickens that now my husband would like to have his own chickens that he can watch and, have fresh eggs.
See, fresh eggs I can understand. That I can understand. But, yeah. See, that's why I just go to a farmer's market.
Yeah, we do. No, he wants he wants a particular type of chicken, and I'm just like, okay.
Okay. Is it the funky hairdo chicken or the fuzzy French chicken?
No, it's the little chicken that produces teeny tiny little eggs that are really, really, really good.
Well, you could at least get the chicken that they're now calling the Have you seen that meme with the Donald Trump chicken?
No.
It's one of the funky chickens that has like, the hairdo.
Uh-huh.
And they superimposed a Donald Trump quote over the top of this picture. So now it's like the Donald Trump chicken.
That poor chicken.
I thought it was hilarious. Because I know those chickens and I'm like, oh God, yeah. And the way their mannerisms, those chickens' mannerisms are like, yeah, I'm big shot in this yard. Look at my hair. Look at my luscious flowing locks. It's not a comb over. But oh God. Okay. So what have you done for knitting?
Well, I'm sitting here working on one of my knitting projects. Let me get that stitch finished. So here's my sock.
You've come a long way in that sucker.
I am almost done. I have a little bit more before here. It helps if I hold it the right way. Before I the toe decreases. But I should have it done within the next week or so, I'm hoping, so I can start the second one.
I say, don't fall victim to second sock syndrome.
So, and then the next knitting project is, if I can get it out of here, there's one needle. There's the other needle. Let's get out of here without making too big of a mess. Is my Lala Simple Shawl.
That's looking really nice.
So it is coming out really well. So, and I'm enjoying it thoroughly. I'm going through, haven't finished the first skein yet. So I think I'm only going to need 2 skeins because it's for my grandma's Christmas present.
Okay, so you don't want to make it too...
Yeah,
wide or long.
it doesn't need to be as long as I would want it. So it just needs to be for her. And I think that's my only 2 knitting projects currently.
Anything come off the needles?
Oh yeah. Where'd it go? Nope, that's not it. This is what you have when you have too much crafty stuff. Oh wait, no, that was crochet. Nope, nothing came off. A washcloth came off, but it's already downstairs being used.
Which one did you do?
I just did a
garter?
Yeah, a garter stitch one.
Okay. So being sick, the one thing I've been able to do is knit. And I have been knitting a lot while being sick because all I was able to do was, well, one night when Steve got home from work, he actually put me up into what we call quarantine. I got banished to the bedroom with knitting and cold medicine and quiet. So because I've been sick, and all I've been able to do is sit on the couch in the corner, covered up with my blankie, feeling miserable for myself, has been to knit because a lot of the things I've been knitting haven't required a ton of brain power. Actually, no brain power. So for whips for knitting, I have the Trillian shawl, and it's come a long way. I think the last time you guys saw it, I was just getting into the dark green.
That is looking amazing.
Oh, that's the wrong side. Let's get it so you guys can see the right side. So the yarn started here with this nice light sagey, minty sagey green. Went more into the forest greens. And then it transitioned into these plums. And now it's transitioned into the pinks. So it is really big right now. I'm almost done. I got 1 more ounce to knit, and then I can start the border cast on the border. So this is from Martina Bem. It's Trillian. It was a gift pattern and yarn from Sugar Netta. It's a mystery yarn. We know it's a really good blend because it was already caked up. And the ball band went missing before it got to me. She didn't realize it, but it's a fingering weight because that's my favorite weight yarn. So there was that. I worked a lot on that because it's just knitting every row. It's the body of it is garter. So that is one of those, I can't concentrate. What's the TV saying? What did you say to me? No, I can't stop knitting. Go away. And then I also worked on Celtic Myths. And I don't think I've showed you guys this one, or if I did, I just started to cast it on. But thanks to sick, the body is now done. And the body is done in stockinette. And there is shaping in here where you do mirrored increases. So like make one right, make one left. Start at the top. You do a garter tab start, which that was interesting to learn. I think I redid that video, like rewatched that video like 7 or 8 times and restarted the garter tab like 5 times before it was satisfied with it. Because it was a pretty small garter tab. You only cast on like 3 stitches to start with. Excuse me. And now where I'm at is I am on the border.
Wow, that looks
Yep.
really nice.
And it is a cabled border. It's a cabled applied border. So I knit it in short rows and then apply it every time I do a wrong side. I purl 2 together on the wrong side until it's attached all the way around. And this has been a fun knit. This is being done in Deborah Norville Serenity sock yarn. in the colorway, come here, band, Woodsy Green. I will probably do this again in another color, in a different color, more of a stony color, but make it bigger. Because I will make sure I have enough yarn to make it bigger. Because of the length it's at now, it's going to drape nicely around the neck. I want to make it a little bit bigger so it's more, so it's a little bit longer. So there's that one. I've worked on my sock a little bit. I have 2 socks in here, which, you know. So it's still the Hermione Everyday Sock. I'm down into the foot. I haven't worked on this one too much while sick because of the patterning, the texture pattern.
Yeah.
I was basically working on stuff that didn't require a lot of brain power. I'm practicing a new cast-on method for sock knitting in general and getting ready to start one of the Weasley socks. And so I've started kind of casting on the stitches. And what this is it's Jenny's Incredible Stretchy Cast-On.
Oh, yeah.
Which
I've seen that reference.
Yeah, it's an amazing cast-on because basically each stitch is independent of itself. So it will stretch with the ribbing, which is kind of nice. Both of those socks are cuff down style and can be found on Ravelry. So there's that. There's that. I cast on the oldest son's hat.
You've made some decent progress on that one already.
Oh god, yeah. This is a quick knit. It's by Tin Can Knits. It's their Antler Toque. It's being knit in Line Brand yarn, Heartland, and I can't remember the color. I think it's spruce or something, but it's a green. I color code my kids. The oldest is green, the youngest is blue. And then just last night, I cast on a head wrap, and it's called Showcase. I'm using it as a stash buster because you guys will recognize this yarn from my owl cowl. And I have 2 ounces of it left, so I'm knitting a head wrap.
It's a really pretty color. I love that color.
Yep. And it's going to be a good stash bust because I'm going to knit until it's, I don't care how wide it gets, because I'm going to knit until it's done. We're just about done, you know.
Yep.
So there's that. I just cast on last night. Like I said, it's called Showcase. It's over on Ravelry. It uses short row shaping, so brush up, either watch videos or brush up on your wrap and turn and wrapping and picking up of wraps before you start this one. And then what came off the needles is my youngest son's hat. I did first.
Looks really good. You did a good job.
So there's that one. It's more like a skull cap version because I didn't make it too big because it's the way he likes to wear his hats, and I make stuff how people want them made. Though my husband thinks I should have made it a little bit longer, and I'm like, next one. And then I had a dishcloth. I did one of the Easter eggs.
Very cute.
Like I said, I was knitting like a mad woman while sick because it was all I could really do. Do you have any acquisitions for knitting?
Nope.
I have one. When you're sick and you are trying to work through sick, you know, when you're working and then after working you're sick, you just kind of like do stuff mindlessly and all that. But I got 2 books. I got this one, That's different cast-ons and different bind-offs. It's 33 cast-ons and 21 bind-offs, and it gives you step-by-step pictures
Very
through all of them. Like the Mobius cast-on, which I got to figure that out because that looks confusing. You know, your typical, then like your decorative cast-ons, like your lace cast-on and all that stuff. So it's like you can kind of start customizing more of your cast-ons. And then released by the same company, I got 99 step-by-step methods of increases and decreases.
very cool.
Yep. Like they're great. They have pictures. They have pictures that show each stitch close up. Here, let me show you some of these pictures. Like each step.
Very nice.
It's a really close up stitching. But that's basically been it.
Any crochet?
No. Nope.
I have some. One. I gotta do another prop start, but right now I'm just working on the blanket and it has seen some work.
Yay.
So I have, God, this thing is huge.
That's gotten a lot bigger since the last time I saw it.
Yeah, I'm on my third stripe. So
Nice.
it's Christmas present, so yeah, gotta work on it. I have a lot of Christmas presents to do. Other crafts?
I don't have them up here with me, but I cut out, and I still have to get some more other supplies to do them, but I cut out the fabric pieces for my, for a couple different sizes of DPN holders, like a case. Oh, I got to do a quick shout out because I just forgot this about acquisitions and haul for knitting is Jessie Marie. She RAK'd me a sock pattern. Thank you, Jessie. I love it. I've read through it. I have orders in from the boys of who gets the first pair. And I'm like, yeah, okay. But then for other kind of haulish, well, happy mailish is I think you got the same pattern from Sugar Netta.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to doing some of that because that
I
will
am
help.
so making that right there.
Oh yeah, the real project bags.
Yep.
Yeah.
And some of these organizers, I'm thinking, oh God, yes.
Oh yeah, there's quite a few things in there I want. That's
But
gonna
yeah,
have to wait until next summer probably, but all right. Future plans?
oh, I don't know. I'm still dealing with. I just want to get like fully better before I start making future plans because then I get stressed and I feel like, oh God, thank you, Sick, for putting me behind schedule when really there's no schedule. The only thing that really is scheduled is the boys' hats must be done before the first snowfall. That's the only schedule I have.
Yes, but you live in Minnesota, so it's gonna snow tomorrow.
No. We have until October next month.
Well, I have to get Christmas presents done. So, and I am knitting or crocheting all of my Christmas presents this year.
Nice.
So I have to do 4 or 5 Cthulhu hats in varying sizes and colors between now and then. 2 girls' hats. Finish the shawl I'm working on. Start another shawl. Finish this pair of socks. The socks have to be done by the end of October, and everything else has to be done by Christmas.
Yeah, now that you mention, I just realized I got a teacher gift to make.
Yeah, but you see, you can wait for Teacher Appreciation Day at the end of the year.
We usually try to do them for like Christmas. So, before the kids leave on Christmas break.
I'm just saying, you have a valid. You don't, you can go, oh, I'm just not going to get it done. Okay, teacher appreciation gift.
Yeah.
Because that's the end of school, so you can always do that then. Get that one in. But yeah, so a lot of future plans. We'll see how well this goes because, I'm barely getting any time to do any crafting period in.
Yeah, I just need to get the interfacing for my cases, and then I can get them sewn up, but we'll see when that happens, because I like to wait for a good sale on Pellon, because this type of Pellon I need to get is kind of spendy.
Yeah, that stuff is expensive. The heavier weight stuff anyway.
Yeah, the craft fuse is not that expensive, but when you want the heavier weight stuff to give your project a little more body so it can stand up on its own, it's a little expensive.
Yep. Which is the only Pellon I use is almost always the structured stuff, and it's like, oh my god, every time I go by it, it's like, ow, that hurts.
Yep. So that's basically, I go back to work on Saturday for an 8-hour shift. And then I only have 2 days next week, so I'll still be able to get rest in.
Yeah, that would be so bad.
But at the same time, it's like,
yeah, I have
so many plans for this week.
I have, papers written. Have to review 2 papers that I've done, make some updates, and turn those in. I have to write 2 more so far this weekend. Plus, I have 4 or 5 reading assignments again. Oh, and I have to study for a test that I have due no, not next week. It opens next week for an online class. So it's just a world of crazy. So
sounds like it.
So 2 weeks from now would be around the 18th. So we might shoot for the 16th.
We'll see.
Yeah, since we have to work around school and work schedule.
Yep.
Which for some reason they can't coincide.
Oh God, no. Never.
If you're at work, I'm, not in school that day. And if I have school, you don't have work that day.
Well, that's how it was this summer because I was working at nights. But now that school's back in session, I'll be able to go back to working day shifts, which is nice because then it's like a 9 to 2.
Yeah. So we might just have to switch during the taping in the evening as opposed to during the day.
Yep, which will make it interesting with family about.
We'll see. Well, yeah, you're not going to have that many free days soon anyway. The holiday will be ramping up.
Yes, the holidays will be ramping up. Thanks for reminding me.
The bane of all retail workers' existence.
I see, as a person general, I love Christmas. I also love Halloween. So you'll start seeing like Halloween decorations popping up, but trust me, once that bird is devoured and the table is cleared, I start decorating for Christmas. The only reason I have to wait until after Thanksgiving this year is because we're hosting. If we weren't hosting Thanksgiving, I would start the day after Halloween because I have a ton of Christmas decorations I got to go up.
Yeah. I don't even know if I'm going to decorate for either one this year because I'm so busy. I should have and I normally pull out the Halloween over Labor Day.
Yep.
So I can start putting it up. and I was so busy with the schoolwork that it didn't happen. Not to mention I wasn't feeling good.
Yeah. This summer has really just been kind of blah for both of us.
Mm.
It's like
Too short. I didn't have I had not even a month off.
you had like 3 weeks, like 2.5, 3 weeks off, and then you were back.
So it's been insane.
And I've just been working, you know,
You were working like crazy.
my God, I was getting like close to 20 hours a week, 40 hours a paycheck. You know, I know most people work 40 hours a week, but when you're a part-time employee and you understand your schedule is part-time, and then all of a sudden you're working 20 hours every week and you're not doing like 15 here, 10 here, 20, you know, you're not averaging, it's just like 20 hours every week. It's a lot. And yeah, we had some personality clashes in the shop because everybody was under stress. Couldn't, you know.
Crazy.
Yeah. But
All right. Well.
oh wait, I have one more thing.
Okay.
A future plan. I just popped in my brain. The youngest has decided what he's going to be for Halloween.
Okay.
He's going to be a voodoo witch doctor. It's like the more modern interpretation with the top hat.
So we're making our own custom Halloween costume for him. I'm taking it.
Well, we're going to see what we can find. The top hat I will definitely make because most of the other costume top hats I see, they're just so chintzy.
Yeah. They look cheap.
Yeah.
They're not cheap, but they look cheap.
So he's decided that he's going to have Dad paint his face, do the skull face, which is going to be much easier than a mask because, you know, then he's not muffled talking or breathing and fogging up little glasses because, you know, masks do that.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be that, and so I have to look for a top hat that's not going to cost a ton of money because we're going to mod it out. We're not going to like keep it all nice and pretty top hat. We're going to do custom hat band and feathers and all that. And I know I'm going to hear it from people, but I don't care. He wants raven skulls for his hat band.
Is he modeling this a little bit after the witch doctor in Princess and the Frog?
I don't think he's seen that movie, but that's kind of like the idea. Like I said, the modern day voodoo witch doctor.
Which is really bright, really colorful. I mean, you have the black
Well,
jacket.
not too bright and colorful. We're going to kind of tone it because he doesn't like a lot of bright color.
Well, no,
So
it's black or dark purple jacket with that bright pop of the shirt underneath.
Yep.
And then
it's usually tailcoat, and it's
the tailcoat with that bright, like emerald green, poison-looking shirt.
Yeah. The cravat is very.
It's
like tattered lace and. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, but that's what he wants to do. He's getting more and more away from the kiddiness, and he's only 9, but he's already starting to pull away from the
superhero
kitty stuff of Halloween. Like, he's never really been a superhero. He's usually either been, well, his very first costume ever, he was a devil. Because he was a baby. He was like 8 months, his first Halloween.
Yeah.
So he was in a baby outfit, and and it looked adorable. It looks super cute. And then he's been a pirate a couple years.
What was he last year?
He was a ninja.
Just to say he was cute in last year. I remember that.
I think he was a ninja last year. He's been Sonic 1 year. That's the closest as we've gotten to like superheroes. In our house, it's the only one who's really been a superhero was Alex, and he was Batman, but he was like old school Batman, so like the blue and gray.
Mm-hmm.
That's the closest we've gotten to superheroes in our house. They haven't been wanting to be Thor or Captain America or Iron Man.
Well, I
They
know.
either wanted to be army guys or ninjas or Star Wars.
I remember last year listening to all the costumes he was thinking about last year, and he's very creative on his Halloween ideas.
Yes, he is. He likes to kind of keep the Halloween spirit year round.
Gee, I wonder where he gets that from.
He will at any time. At any time, he will want to have a claymation marathon. So we'll do like Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, Coraline, Frankenweenie, Paranorman. You know, we'll do all those, and he loves them. One of his favorite movies of all time is Nightmare Before Christmas.
Love that kid. I might borrow.
If he could make himself an Oogie Boogie costume, he would.
I might have to borrow that kid.
So
Borrow him for a week on Halloween.
So he's been kind of like, I think it's hanging on his door right now is Mr. Bones, which is last year at the Halloween store he found it. It's the skeleton that has a pumpkin head and like the moldy fabric hanging from it. It hangs on his door. It's up year round.
Yeah.
He has a paper skull that my friend Renee from work found for him one day on the internet, where you could cut it and fold it, and it's like an articulating paper skull.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can make the jaw move, and he's got that. I think he's got another skull somewhere in there, like a plastic one, and it's like last year when we went to the Halloween store to look for costumes, and we went into like the props room, and he saw all the different types of skulls. He's like, I need that one, I need that one, I need that one, I need that one, I need, and we're like, what do you need these for? To put up in my room? And it's like,
so
oh Lord.
You're telling me he would love my display where I clean out my fireplace and my fireplace is overflowing with skulls.
Yes. Oh yes, he is definitely a lover of Halloween. He loves Christmas, but he is definitely a lover of Halloween. Well, you know, what kid doesn't love Christmas? I have a feeling Alex will probably want to be a army guy again this year. So I may have to step up my game, because last year we just got him he had camel pants, but they don't fit this year, so we may have to step up our game a little bit, because we just went to the Halloween store and got him props, like a helmet and a gun.
Well, you don't necessarily need camo pants, because
in his world, we need camo pants.
In his world.
In his world, it has to be that camouflage soldier.
Okay. I was going to say, you could do a ghillie suit. Yeah, no, you better not do a ghillie suit.
No, I don't need that, because
you never find him again.
No, they'll get. The husband would probably try to use it. Like, let's hide and scare the hell out of the wife.
Yeah, I could see. Hey, Alex, you want to scare your mom?
When I was going to school, there was one. They came home one night because I was doing night classes, and Steve kept them up for some reason. And I walk in the front door, and I'm also like, lights are on, but I don't see anyone moving. And I'm like, what's going on? I open up the front, I walk in, they pop up from my kitchen, because I have a great big pass-through opening from kitchen to dining room. They pop up from there and like barrage me with a hail of Nerf darts.
Yeah.
Which is just like, thanks, hon. You just had to teach him that. Thank you so much.
I could see Alex and your husband having a great deal of fun with a ghillie suit at your.
Which is why we're not going to have one. Because I am the ruiner of fun.
It's because you're smart and you know you're the one they'll torture with it.
Exactly. Or the kids will torture each other, and that's the last thing I need. Is they already torture each other in game when they're gaming together. I don't need it happening in like real life.
Plus, you don't want the ghillie suit shedding all over the house.
No. Oh.
All right, well, I think that's it. So we will say goodbye, and we will talk to you guys all the next time.
Hopefully we'll be better.